Break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of God's Uganda. Welcome to the road where rhythm is the soul. For the love of God's Uganda. On the streets the story is right. All the new the shine will bright. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, so much that will break it down. No propaganda. Every papa's gotta tell. Feeling try to see the scale. We talk the truth, but that's the brand. For car lovers across the land. For the love of God's Uganda, we roll. From dusty road to dreams of patrol. With your teams we break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of God's Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We'll bring the love, no just the horsepower. Is it a no or a DX5? We'll show you what's real, no just the hype. Solid views and engine modes. We teach you more than just for jokes. And tools from the basics up to trucking, gear and car stuff. If you're new or a season fan, for the love of cause you ain't seen nothing yet. This is learning, driving proud. This is more than just machines. It's a love, the life, the dream. For the love of cause Uganda we roll. From dusty road to dreams of patrol. With your teams we break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Good morning, my people. How are you doing today? Yeah, today is Lifestyle Wednesday, and I want us to talk about a clean car. A clean car. So guys, finally we found out the problem with the Mark X. Totally. And I'm just going to go through what we did. Probably if someone else has the same problem, you can solve it. Now, I've always told you guys, the biggest problems with cars will always be wiring problems. Like, it's a wiring problem that can make you hate your car, which is exactly what happened to the person of the Mark X. He even wanted to take it back to the place he bought it. But that's when they decided to bring it to me. And I think we figured it out. Sekata drove that car yesterday. And it's fine now. So the biggest problem for that car was, one, yari ezikiza, especially when you have just started. So now that wasn't a very big problem, but we worked on that. The throttle body was very dirty, so that was cleaned. And then the other problem that the car actually had, which was, I think, a very serious one, from the time he bought the car, the problem was in there, was the steering would become hard. It would bring the power steering symbol on the dashboard. So that was the biggest problem. I experienced that myself the first time I drove it. I was even going to pick my kids, and I would have been able to drive it like that. So I took it back and picked my car. And so we saw the same. We drove that car, and the same thing happened. So yesterday, now before I go to what we did, good morning, Lawrence Omule, Steve Barros, Noah Norman, Richard Wanga, Historical Norman,
Steve Barros, Lawrence Yamukama, Ronald Muchwa, Ricky Chikawa, and Yvette Vlogs and Travel Life Vlog. Good morning. After a week of not running, I think I'm ready to run again. So how do I know? Yesterday I lifted my weights and I did all the 3 sets that I was doing when I was still healthy. So last week I could not do the 3 sets. On Sunday I could not. On Sunday I did the 3 sets, but I missed some workouts. But yesterday I did the entire workout and I did all the 3 sets. So sikora nnyo bya kufiirawo, but I do the 3 sets. If I cannot do the 3 sets, then ngamanya ndi mulwadde. But I do the 3 sets and then I do a bit of cardio, small cardio after. Yeah. So, but the running is the biggest cardio that I do for my well-being. Yeah. And then I've been seeing a lot of people saying that running is not healthy. You need to run. So then I saw someone saying that running is not healthy because your knees get affected, your ankles get affected. But some of us have to run. Like it's better for me to run and have a healthy heart than have healthy ankles with an unhealthy heart. So I think it's opportunity cost. Like we're trying to Voltage Mobility Institute. Kampala is very contaminated. He's even wondering how I ran 8 kilometers in Kampala wakati. But for me, I think the lungs rarely die. So I find that it's better for me to have a healthy heart. The lungs can be cleansed. And rarely do the lungs actually, people don't actually die of lungs in Uganda, but people die of heart disease every day, heart attacks, pressure, more than they die of lungs. Even the people that smoke don't get lung cancer in Uganda. Have you heard of someone getting lung cancer? After yesterday was my leg day. Now you're walking is my major problem. Hey, we'll be bad. But you'll get used. But Tukenga leg day doesn't affect you that much. Yes, Chintu Mark, good morning. User, Kariegire Amos Luke, good morning. Hey. Leg day is one of the hardest, I think, for everyone. That's why you find men looking like Mr. Pig Fair. So for you to have a balanced body is also something else. And having legs that are worked out is also a very good thing. Isaac Katende, good morning. Starch Events, good morning. So people, Kati, of course, the last test drive is today morning. I told the gentleman to come pick it today. But the last test drive is today morning. I'm going to tell you what we did, so that if you have the same problems in your car, then you can figure out how to work on them. Chisinzira mudu, but normally I do 10 double reps, which means those are 20 reps. I do the 10 double reps, each set, each workout. At Wongo Bangi Wakwa at 10 double. So those are 20. So guys, today is Lifestyle Wednesday, and I want us to talk about something simple but very powerful. The psychology of a clean car, yeah, and what it says about our lifestyle. Because the truth is, how you keep your car often reflects how you keep your life. Now, I used to be the kind of person, when I was still at campus, I used to be a very, I want to say, intentionally shabby guy at campus. I had a car, and for me, having a car is all that mattered. The rest of the things was background noise. I had a car. On Tegede, I would even forget putting on shoes, then took up campus and sina sando, sina angato. Like I'd put on however I want because I had a car. Like the in between home and the campus did not matter, because between home and campus I was seated in my car. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So in a way, I was one of those guys. I was hygienic, but you know, as long as I had the cancer, life at campus was kawa. So I had my car was really organized, and so which is technically Mutundwe is Kampala. nga nvuga distance yettaka like 500 meters over 600. So my car will never get that, so I would only wash it on weekend. And so it was disorganized. My car would have all sorts of things. Even the car I'm driving right now, mubutu mujudemu ebintu. Why? Because in the ones ngambira ata jango kole review kwene moroka mvuga buvuzi na crew yange nga tujanga to shootinga. And but then it was worse. I take it when you would go to my car room, my car double room. I had built my car double room with wajajja. So ka double room kanga teko kali biraramu emipira je motoka, old radios. You'd find all sort of junk in my house. And that was before I got even like a set of chairs. I only had a bed, which now I realize is a strategy by young men. Having only a bed in the house is something. But I had a sitting room which didn't have seats. Later on, I bought seats, and I think I got a little bit more organized. But of course, the cleaning of the car went on. I think then I bought all the cars I bought. I would buy then which was nearer the road still, so I did not need to wash my car every day. My cars were clean by default. Yeah. But I never believed in the philosophy of wash your car, clean your car. Of course, when you wash your car, the feeling is different. When you wash your car, Chris Fitness, good morning. Gonza, good morning. Derek Lule, good morning. So, of course, when you wash your car, the feeling is different. Have you guys realized that when you wash your car, when your car is super clean, it runs better, like you drive, it kind of moves better? I don't know if it's psychology, but it happens. So, Arthur, you didn't want women to disturb you, or many they don't like disorganized. No, you know, women would come to my house and they would organize what is there. The one thing I've realized is that women are, I think, stronger than us men. I've seen women in marriages, yeah? I've seen women in marriages, and I ask myself, would I be in that marriage? Like I look at a dude and I say, since I'm malako. Nenga chick jari, I think she makes it work. I think women and children have one thing in common. They adjust very fast. So chicks would come to my house. And I wasn't a dirty person though, Chintu. I was just disorganized. But they would come and disorganize and organize the tires, naziteka munsonda, nakwate radio, nabiteka ukuchimeza and stuff like that. But I rarely had like a chick be over for a week. Like over for a week for what? It would be a night or a weekend, which take it, right? And in a weekend, ojana Friday evening, Saturday, ebintu bya camp bya university obimanyi musiba muri busy. Ne Sunday musiba muri busy. And then Sunday evening or Monday morning na agenda. So it's not like I did not want, but women don't disturb if you don't want them to disturb you. So, but a clean car is normally runs better. And even in my car house, I normally saw that when a woman would come over, a girl, and clean, it would actually feel better. Me, when I was at campus, I didn't even have a TV because I had a laptop, which take it that the laptop would do everything that I needed. So, but having realized that a clean car runs better. Yeah. A clean car gives you calm. It gives you a calm environment. A clean car gives you focus. A clean car gives you confidence. A clean car gives you control. Yeah. Have you guys compared holding a dirty steering wheel and holding a clean steering wheel? It's different. It's totally different. Have you sat in a clean seat? It's different. For me now, in my car, in the morning, we talk at 2 waka. Everyone comes with sandals up to entrance of the car. And when they enter the car, they put on their shoes. So my car in the morning is like spotless because I wash my car every evening when I go home. Every time I sit in my car clean, it feels therapeutic. That's something. Which take it. A clean car contributes to my mental health. Exactly. So guys, you see the advantages of having a clean car. So I wash my car every day. Like I told you guys, every day when I go back home, I don't enter my house before my car is clean. Apart from the days that I'm sick or the days that I'm really weak, and even when I'm weak or even when I'm sick, I wash my car. I'm addicted to washing my car. You get it? So when your car is dirty, cluttered, or disorganized, you carry the same chaos into your life. I don't know if you guys have realized that. Like when everything is all around your car. That's why people like cars that have plenty of storage space. Because when you have plenty of storage space, then you can keep everything in the place where it's supposed to be. That way your car will not be cluttered. Yeah. And many times your car is a mirror of your mental state, like Steve Barros has said. When life feels messy, the car follows. Like when everything is not okay, like I've said, when I'm sick and I can't wash my car, like the car is dirty. When you are organized inside, the car shows it. The car smells better, the car feels better. That's why I bought a vacuum cleaner. That's why I imported car seats. But I did not show you. I'm going to show you tomorrow the water pumps, the coolant pumps I bought. And of course, yesterday, guys, we still tried to install the radio and we failed. The CAN bus came, but we failed. So I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos. Nobody has ever installed a radio in this model of the Prius, by the way. Like people that buy these Priuses keep the stock radio that comes with the car. So I think I'm going to be the first person to install an Android radio in the Prius if I succeed. So I think I have everything I need. Na ye radio yaganyo kusoma software we motoka. Disorganization is a sign of being dirty. Nedda chikawa. That's a different thing. Someone can be organized and dirty. You guys, we have been to schools where someone is always organized but dirty. I know people like that. Nga ever bera organized. Nyina nebe nkola nabo. Nayenga bwa kuyitako bwati nga buli kisera mba mujjukiza naye wanaabye nayenga ali organized omuntu bwa mulengerere ewala amwe mwenyini nga mulengerere ewala mugamba ono gayire era like yakyuse niye agenda okwogera ati nga akamwa kakyuma agenda okuyita kati nga tuyagala musemberera teri ayagala tula ne mu mmoroka so tubeera bwe tuba tugenda normally mu field tubutera okuba ne mmoroka bbiri kati nga buli omuntu amwagala mu mmoroka ye buli omuntu ayagala kumusemberera. So clean and disorganized are different things. So I was the clean, disorganized person. Otherwise, if I was dirty, I would not get laid as much as I got laid. And I got laid. I did. My car was disorganized but clean. My house was disorganized but... You know someone that is clean and disorganized, there is a hope. Someone that is dirty, their hope is very minimal. Arthur, most of my friends, Bambi, our cause of cleanliness, and when I came into events, I got spoiled. I don't use that. Ate kakati starch. Ngagwa agenda okubeda ne dash kankuwe chaba. Omusajja taba extremely clean. Omukazi alina okubaako n'ebyakola n'awulira nga ali useful ewaka. Okitegeera. You make me remember when my car was full like a stock, carrying tools because it was my office, but it was clean. So I think Isaac wetaga pick up. Simanyi na lwaki moroka ziri ozigendamu. Sente zo lwaki tetusiguzeemu pick up. Double cabin. Osobola okuvuga manyo. Magulu gateredde. Naye bagayi Isaac walizeeko ku kimeeza. Bagayi bano twali balaze wali ofaanana abatakulaba ku convention. Mwe bagayi accident ya Isaac gye yavaamu. Isaac jangu ku kimeeza tunyumyeko kutokole ku testimony. You should mwe bagayi. Isaac yandage moroka gye yavaamu. Yafuna accident mu Sienta. Isaac accident gye yavaamu. Kyemanyi ne police terondo labamanyi yalimu yafa. Of course passenger ye yafa. Na ye yawona ne driver we yava toyinza kukiza nti Isaac should come to Chimeza waliwo ebintu ebimu nga tetwetaaga binyumiza abantu. Steve Barros, Mama Ban knows we were, me and Mama Ban went to the same school. Fena twasoma Katemba. She was there, she saw. kati Steve Barros ebyakati byebiyinza okukanga maama aba naye byedda tebimukanga bipya byebiyinza omukanga naye biri ebyoku campus byonna yali abimanyi. The truth when a man is very very clean yeeronda n'atama owulidde search Dasha yakyogedde Dasha fe abasajja abamu already tukimanyi kyovola bastachi tumukansolinze aterera dde mu layini obwo buyonjo tageza n'abuleeta ewaka. Good morning, Hussein Batuline. By the way, it's not only about the clinical cluttered space, be it home or car, it increases your stress and mental fatigue. Kati awe waka abakazi mbalike bategeke. If you're married and you start fixing the home, your woman is either disorganized and dirty or you're making her feel like that. Ewaka wo muleka abakazi bategeke. Of course, as a man, you need to have that space where they don't touch. Kati in my bedroom. Engeri just na fixing a gym yebweru. Kuba Chris wono jamolide njagala nkukozeseemuko nange utyemu nga nkozesa n'ebyuma byange ebitono. Kati ebyuma byange biri mu kisenge. Eyo kona yange tekwatwako. Tekola ki? Kona yange kati gym yange tekwatwako. Actually, the time yange ya gym ekisenge nkisibawo. When I'm working out, I am not to be disturbed. So, mwe guy, abasajja abali wano, ewaka don't be too organized. Leave the woman to be organized a little. Muleke kati let the woman take over that place. Echo chiche. So anyway, guys, we are talking about a clean car and how what it says about your life. But ite mu kibuga eri naye bwakwata watama. Ateka jamu kala. Tujja tambula. So guys, the psychology has a principle called habit spillover, yeah? Habit spillover wekola, when you clean one part of your life, you automatically improve others. At fengeri tuli mbintu bya moroka. When you clean your car, bojitunako botinga nyonjo, kijja kuuliza buyo okubira n'engatte enchafu. Ontegeera, moroka yo webeera organized, kijja kuuliza bubi to have a cluttered desktop or a cluttered screen of your phone. Omanyi n'ekyo nakyo kirala. Kijja kuuliza bubi having a dirty desktop of your computer, having a dirty workspace at work, having a dirty bedroom, just by cleaning your car. And of course, guys, can say I do pre-purchase inspection if you're buying a car and you need some help making the right choice. I am your man. I charge a small fee, 450,000 for a full day of inspection in the Kampala Central Business District. I come with a mechanic and together we make sure that you get the right car for your budget. We do everything from computerized check, physical engine check, gearbox check or transmission check, chassis and aesthetics, including paperwork. Your only job is to say, eyo njagala, eyo sijagala. That's pre-purchase inspection. It's important that you hire someone for pre-purchase. Bobogenda gule moroka. Nange bwe mangendo gule moroka. Sibe iranzeka. Ira nyina nange abantu bensasula nga kuliko ne makanika to make sure that I make the right decision. Sente zudaikange nyinyi na hizi kutasa. Olumuzinzo obutakutasa moroka ambi nezikutasa obutaspending sente nyingi. I also do pre-sale inspection if you're going to sell your car. For that service, I charge only 250,000. I do the inspection for the person that is going to buy your car, and then I shoot a video of it and publish it on my channels so that many people see that car and call you to buy the car. I also do post-purchase test driving or diagnosis nti emoroka bwagiguze nga tewagenze na Arthur ne Arthur asobola okuvugiramu n'akubulira obulungi bweriko biki bye wanditerezezza biki bye obwokyusa and all that. And then I also do diagnostic tests, especially with a car that has given you trouble with your mechanics. I will test drive it, I'll check it for you, and for that service I charge between 150 and 300,000 depending on what trouble I have seen. That takes a couple of days because already ebe kusumbuye. So ojimpa for a couple of days because diagnosis takes time. So those are some of the services I offer. We are talking about a clean car. I'll come and check on that Katwe made bench. Katwe made bench. Ate zisinga. Katomedde ekyekatu ekyo kakyennyina bench ebirala byonna by'abazungu. It won't break when we overload it. We want to overload. Kristo ina bya overloading. Toina bya overloading. Nakulaba. As for the car, I love it super. You see, Mr. Arthur, I'm one of those people you talked about. Last time I decorated my car with things. Hey, women. Arthur, you just want me to cry when people are seeing because I still can't believe how Isaac, you should come. I think when we host Isaac on Chimeza, one, it will help us drive a little bit safer, but also it will help raise awareness for road safety. And also I think it will also raise awareness because Isaac, I understand that's also, it will create awareness there. But I'm giving you leeway. Jangusta Isaac. Osoro kuja next week. Chirowoze you have a full week to actually think about it. You have a full week to think about it. Olaba obajanenga walize Isaac. I think it's a testimony. Yemoro kaje wavamwe. Simanyi. Nze simanyi na bo chavuga. Era you dealt with trauma very easy. Isaac Makubuya, good morning. Jonathan Semuanga. This organization is a sign of mental disorder. And such people normally don't do things on time because they're in a state of looking for things when they are doing. No, Jonathan. Actually, on the contrary, I was disorganized. But when I was at campus, I was always the first person to hand in work. I remember we did a short film. And my short film is on YouTube. You guys can look for it. It's called Dreams Crash. I was the first person to hand in my short film. Short and edited and complete. I was the first person to hand in my research proposal. I was the first person to hand in my research report. I was, and I think this organization sometimes you just let things go. But when you're too organized, thank you guys. Double tap the screen to like. Good morning, Tata, but good morning, Charis. Olokubanja ogedde ku byokugetinga lady tata kati otandise okulize kya tata abani. Arthur, every day you feel like the way I feel after taking a full tank. Every day. Kati yange edimu half tank kati. Kati amafuta gana agalimu naganywa wa kutaano. Ekiro nengavuga Saturday, nengavuga Monday, nengavuga Tuesday. Gagenda kuntwala paka Friday morning, I think. Paka nga Friday morning. Now you know why I have phobia for driving. The things like that make it go up. So when did you start leaving Mama Aban to drive alone? What do you mean? Mama Bani, nenda kuzinera tavuga yeka. Tavuga yeko kujjako kati during the Christmas holiday ngenda mu project ka yechorongi yamanyi. Oba alagawa ngenda mu project ka yechorongi. Yajinsaba dad naye we cannot be driving to because it's not logical. So, atolu mwajisaba rumye nyina kati ngenda jivugira buli wamu ovugawo. And you know when we for example in the morning we are in a hurry, in the evening I want to get home quickly, I want to sleep quickly, so ate yavuga mpola tuyinzo tuuka encha, so simuwa kuvuga naye avuga, sometimes avuga nagenda nakola ebibye, and she drives very well. Okujjako yatomere moroke yali eva kukubo naye nga other than that, Lucky Mose good morning, K Jovan good morning, jamu yatulina naye tujja tambula. So guys, we are talking about a clean car and we are saying there is a principle called habit spillover. When you clean one part of your life, you automatically improve others. For example, if you keep your car clean, you start managing fuel better. Chemanyi ndoza Henry Checho. Futanka bidaramu. Tekutuma. What percentage of fuel does AC consume since you can't keep a car clean without AC? It increases about 10%. Maximum. 10. But it's okay, guys. Can let me tell you where the most of the AC fuel will go. One jam. That's why the hybrid one. My hybrid battery is at about 70%. Katusorobera mu jam ono paka bwe tuvaawo nga ndi kulyanda. So when you keep your car clean, you organize your boot, you track your service, you declutter your house, you clean your workspace, you handle your finances better. Yeah? Discipline in one area spreads. It's a habit spillover. That's what they call habit spillover. Now, I don't want to judge anyone because, well, a dirty car, a cluttered car often shows that you're very busy. You have a very busy or overwhelmed lifestyle, which I did at campus. Or you have emotional fatigue, or that you have lack of structure, or that you procrastinate a lot, which is totally true. Every time you have a disorganized part of your life, it means you procrastinate about making it work, or that you have a lot of stress, or that life is simply moving too fast. Is car modification part of cleanliness? No, it's not. It's not. I'll give you an example. Some people like houses that have batutadde. Some people have houses that have bajita batya batutadde. Houses that have gypsum. The gypsum namugana. My ceiling is totally empty. My house is totally white. Everything, even the tiles are white. I want to relate gypsum ceilings, colored tiles. I want to relate them to modification. I want to relate them to modification. Emoroka yo mujira beri maso nali njagala. Si kirasi. No. Nali njagala. Nayenze. Nako ebintu ebitwala obutwazi sente zange nga sisigazaawo. Eno line gye njagala okugenda mujagala yita wansi. Nako okubeera n'ebintu nga bitwala butwazi sente zange tebizza. Eyo benzi wetyo. Benzi etwala butwazi sente tezza yadde 10. Germany basically motoka za Germany zonna. Ate bazemu ne batokwata. Aito jiraba yiyo bagita sarani. Ande sarani muganda wa Turani. Eyo jirya. Anti nga teri agigula. So, sometimes the car reveals what your face doesn't show. Like, emotoka go for tuli maso. When you look at it, you can imagine the person that is going to come out of that car. You can imagine that this person is very organized. This person has life going for them. Now, when you look at a dirty car, but when you look at a dirty car, you obviously realize this person are in H charm. Now let's just imagine her. My disorganization happens like this. I have that old receipts, not that old receipts almost everywhere. I never really have food wrappers. I never have dust because I clean my car often. Tools, I used to have tools in my car, but mostly in the boot. Yeah, I still have a bit of tools in the boot. Why? Because sometimes tugenda ku inspecting emoroka makanika nga yaji kutema yagala giremesa bagigula. Clothes ngeri nuwa je bali babise gearbox. Sometimes you have clothes, like now I have clothes in my car because I am in a vest. Engeri je ngendo okudduka. We golf tebange iganye. Mayinzo be food. Abaye. Obale yo tumalega yambuka katwambuke. Tulemeyita mu park. So now I have clothes in my car, but of course they are on a hanger for me to put on after I've run, yeah? When I freshen up and change. They don't get kuduka kilometer munana munsabire kuba omuntu amaze weeki nga tadduka okuduka kilometer 8 baba. The car becomes a container of unfinished business. Kat receipts kyazitereka wonyo receipts zenkola bwe ziba za business. I take them straight to the office ne bazifiling. Bwe ziba zange za muntu nganze ono warawuma afaaji. Nenakula kati osinga mulaziko nga ngenze musooka yo. Ne kati nakula. Wompisa ngompisa obo nyingiddemu bubi gwamanyi. Nyine emirembe moroka tenywa. Emoroka doesn't kati ndi kulyanda ne kakati nkyali kulyanda by the way. kalika jamu konna tubadde kulyanda ne wano ndi kulyanda kwegamba kyova sikyasobola mmotoka ya mafuta gokka kati awo wonna senga tunywa mafuta. Charles, I don't have a bias. Let me tell you. I have someone that I talked to yesterday. He has a Benz E300. Yangambye mmotoka olumu agireka ewaka kuba enywa nnyo. I am telling you. Do you know what it means for someone to leave their car at home? For someone to leave their car at home. I don't have a bias. I used to love German cars. But I am telling you, nze ku level yange gye ndimu nga Arthur, nze wendi, I should not be driving a German car. Nze wendi nga Arthur, and I know that a lot of people are like me. They should not be driving German cars. Lwakuba bantu tebawulira. Let me tell you, I was on a phone call like 3 days ago. Someone called me. Nemugamba nambuza Arthur nteke consultation kuno nemugamba yanaatekako. And then he called me back and said, Arthur, mbadde ngenze gula mmotoka, it's my first car. Yagende wa bakuli. Nangamba naye bwe mbadde wa bakuli ne bandaga formatic. Bajinguza for 10 million shillings. Now, formatic bajimunguza for 10 million yaita manyoba ya diesel oba ya petrol because it's his first car, he knows nothing. Nagamba nena dengenze gula Subaru. Naye when they showed me the formatic, I realized I could afford the formatic. So you can imagine someone is going to buy their first car. They wanted to buy a Subaru, but when they showed him a formatic, it looks nice, obviously. And the formatic is 40 million, which he can afford comfortably. So for him, he decided, why not buy a formatic? But then I think he got second idea. Say, let me call Arthur. So he calls me and asks Arthur, how is a formatic? So he told me he had gone to buy a Subaru Forester 2013. But because the formatic looks nice, he could actually afford it, 40 million. So he calls me. Now, the formatic has two types. There is a diesel, there is a petrol. The diesel should be about 30 million shillings. The petrol should be about 50 million shillings. Why? Because the diesel is problematic. It will disturb you. Now, even the petrol is not as easy to maintain. Now, the petrol formatic has a bunch of issues. One, eina obuntu obufa omuyingi na akajegere okitegeera efa bazita driving shafts. Now the driving shafts is a formatic. The cheapest is 1 million shillings and the driving shafts will die. Now the suspension doesn't die as much, but the driving shafts will die. The short one is 1 million, the long one is 1.5 and they will die. You get it? Kanebide byakajegere bifana bitandikira million emu kitundu million 2. Kati atenga bye bisinga okufa ku mmoroka eyo. Tewali kintu kisinga kufa ku mmoroka eyo nga kya mitwalo 4. So when I explained to him, he said, but then I think I should go back to it's his first car. We have not talked again since then. Of course, then on WhatsApp, he sent me what he wants. I sent him prices in the bond. I told him you should actually go to the bond because it's your first car. And then we haven't talked since then. So I don't know if he went ahead and bought a car without me, but a person that is buying their first car, I would not advise them to go buy a car without Arthur. Okay, without someone to inspect. By saying Arthur, it might seem like, oh, Arthur, Ategera, Uganda, just find someone that understands cars, yeah, and go with them. It will save you a lot of trouble. Go with Arthur. Okay, go with someone that understands cars. It will save you a lot of trouble. Now, just imagine if he hadn't gotten the idea of calling Arthur, he would probably buy a diesel formatic at 40 million, and then he would start facing trouble. Or he would buy a petrol formatic without knowing the implications of, like, for example, I think I'm going to give you the Touareg review today. Shock absorbers at Touareg, buli emu ya mitwalo 8. Shock absorbers, buli emu ya 8. So for you to buy 4 shock absorbers, you will need about 3.2 million shillings. How many Ugandans can invest 3.2 million shillings in shock absorbers? I think it's a air suspension, it's a airbag. Kati morogula Touareg nga ya airbag. That's why people are failing with these cars. So Charles, I don't have a bias. I have facts. In the moroka sichavuga chinyumu. Sichavuga chinyumu because we have to progress in life. Now, if you're a young person who makes, let's say, 2 million shillings a month, and then nga buli mwaka ogula shoko za million 3.2 because shocks zijja kufa buli mwaka. Ekyo sure deal. Arthur, what's wrong with Nissan cars? can you please give some? Let me talk about that tomorrow, Josh. But Nissan cars are hard to maintain. Paulo Senyonga, nyo. Asa, my wife was just moving with me when I'm driving. But when people see me driving, they are like, this guy never learned. But I don't do women. Don't do drinks. Don't. I know. Isaac, you should come to Chimeza nga ate tonawona nnyo. Tojja ku Chimeza nga owonedde ddala because abantu bagamba story tebajja jikiriza. For the guys, maybe you guys did not see him convention. I hadn't gotten consent for him to share his story at the convention. But for the guys about the convention, I'm sure you saw the gentleman yaine emiggo eyali ku miggo. Yo Isaac. Bwakulaga emmoloka gye yavaamu. Isaac, you should come to Chimeza. So Charles, I think you have seen, hey, Dasha, you even know that today is Starch's birthday. Banange, happy birthday, Starch. Tambula nawe ng'okimanyi ebitaala bitutadde. Olaba na Uganda ebitaala tebabiwera ddala yadde ekitiibwa. Ebitaala ekyabwe kibakutte naye maama. Kati ye discipline gye tulina okutandika okuleeta mu bantu. Nti ekitaala bwe kiba kitadde mmotoka yimirira. Nemuna ebitaala byabwe tebabimanyi. We need sensitization. So guys, I'm about to say bye-bye. Ngende nziruke. Netagedda dakiika nga 45 kwa 5. Kilomita 8 teziddukika. Eno love ya Starch ne Dasha. Ogisimye. These people. Guys, having a disorganized car. For example, you have a windscreen that is dirty. Do you know how it feels having a windscreen that is dirty? It's like katingafa baina garubindi. Having glasses that are dirty, it's bad. So a clean car often reflects order, intention, self-respect, responsible habits, pride in your environment, emotional balance. So clean your windscreen, clean your dashboard, make sure your car smells good, yeah? Make sure your boot is organized. Because it affects your mood, it affects your productivity, it affects even the decision making. Cleanliness is not just physical. I think that's one of the reasons I cannot put on suits. I sweat a lot. A suit je nagula last year. You remember the other year? When I bought a suit. I don't even remember where that suit is. But I put it on for one day, and by like 3 p.m. we caught nali GM. Me, I can't manage suits. Ate kati emyaka jange bwegituuse omulimo kujanga bampadde gwe executive oguna nyamba ze suit. At least nja kwambala ekitengi. So guys, car cleanliness reflects self-discipline. Home cleanliness reflects emotional balance. Workspace cleanliness reflects mental clarity. Yeah. Phone cleanliness reflects digital health. Financial cleanliness reflects planning and peace. You have the same discipline in different areas, yeah? And then that makes one lifestyle. And sometimes if you yourself cannot be clean, you should get a partner or a friend to be clean with you. Ochitegera funo omuntu abere clean with you. Nenga yoze moroka longo se moroka nabagamba buli muntu ayine moroka naddala mu abazimba. Buy a vacuum cleaner, buy a jet car wash machine. Ebyo ebintu byombi bijja kumalako miliyoni ngemu. Nebo onobigwa nobiteeke waka. Nze for example during the week I don't like wash the car with a chigoye. I wash the car with a machine, karika jet wash bako buku ngamaze munda. I vacuum and then also clean the mats. You guys remember a guy called Mr. Richie? Kati Mr. Richie has one of the biggest shipping companies in Kampala wano. Right? They own one of the biggest shipping companies, a JB into China, Kampala. One time I'll host them, but they have money. But they have one of the biggest shipping companies in Uganda. So he's the one that is now attacking the China, I think, every 2 weeks. So for the guys that want to buy things from China, Mr. Richie would be a good plug. is a very good plug. Agenda China ne yetukira mu katale nakubira ne ku video call nagamba kino kyoyagala. So you'll be very njamuleta ne kuchimeza ne kati Mr. Rich baina sent, they should give us some money kuche ba sponsoring kuchimeza asasula staff ntuse wenzi lukira sigenda basi ibulammwe tuse wemba sibi nenga mwebale kulonda okubeera ku for the love of cars mwebale kwagala Arthur nange mbagala nnyo but who packs like this? Who packs like this? Marigati nkawa but who packs like that? Not the parking space bili nozita cheche nabagamba waliwo abali bagamba muteri mugagga musiru abagagga abasiru bayitirivu temwana byone yabadde ku gundi yemeka kwa interview kemeka yasasuyira omukazi fees nazimbira maama we nyumba omukazi nasigala nga disrespecting kwa mukazi yayita mwagala yaleta ne mukwano gwa mubuliro obo musajja mumpi nange nabagagga abasiru someone is actually calling me. I hope it's an inspection basagala phone calls zitavaamu sente kati ebyetaago biyitirivu. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I feel more alive than I felt last week. Kati ngenda kudduka. Guys, kamba sivule. Ngenenziruke. Muyombya Mark, Lawrence Omule, Steve Barros, Mweba guy, perfume was actually giving me a headache. Today, I gave my perfume to Mama Aban. Ajikozesanga tuli mu modoka omutwe gunuma. I had to open my windows. So bobo ine ekintu ekikulemeddeko nga omira painkiller ne kigenda nga painkiller bozivaako nga kigenda. Look at your environment. That's where the problem is coming from. And sometimes when you continue using that thing ekikulwaza the impact can be very fatal. Cheyongera ddala kibeera ddala kibi nnyo even in the future. So if there is something that is actually disturbing you now, ngabasawo go to your environment. Nabaganga when nategera cha cinnamon. Steve Barros, Noah Hanuman, Richard Wanga, Sechtoliko Norman, Lawrence Biamuka, Ronald Muchwa, Ricky Chikawa, Eved Vlogs, Travel Live Vlog, User, Chintuma, Karigide Amos Rook, Batamba Isaac Katen, and Sedeko Starch, Steve Barros Kugonza, Swizen, Chris Fitness Tubulwa, Sankara, Derek Lulechin Tumak, Kalunji Steven, Cafe Carls, Jonathan Semuwanga, Karota Uganda, Dasha 256 official, Hussein Batuline, Chiobio Alex, Isaac Makubuya, Henry Modern Juice, Hereza Martin, Luemba Roger, Charles Sebaduka, Agambi nyina bias ku German machines, Paul Sema VIP, banange SPK driving school amulabyeko mugamba je Lucky Moze omuntu wakubira emirundi egiwere 5 abayina kyanoonya kati ngenda mukubira nga bangenda okudduka. Hussein Batuine Nakumaze, George Senkubuge, Josh Wills, Paul Senyonga, Hector Cruz, Jay Sekaja, Nancy Teddy, Banai, Dasha Kabajire, Neda Arthur Yal misunderstood women. Ate tutya banange. Banange Gerard Oruma, guys, kamba sibule ngenezi luke munzikirize nziruke ngo I'm practicing to run. You know musajja oli yampadde senza inspection nazi malayo. Yambukinze ngaye ku Lwokutaana. Janangane Arthur mbadde sagala kujja ku Lwokutaana odduka. Namugawo kudduka tekirina buzibu. Njaggezaako keera. Kati ku Lwokutaana I'm practicing for the Friday run. So olokera musajja yampadde senze. Lwakubaza aganyo vako ku Airtel Money simanyi lwaki. Sente yogezaako kuzijjako zigaanirako. Ne bw'osasulamu ebintu bifeedinga. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I wish you a very lovely day. May the good Lord bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Random Cat Talk Thursday. May the good Lord bless you guys. Ciao.